So here's my room. Greenie and I decided to take a little trip up north to see the northern part of the country of Thailand. And we went to Udon Thani. We're going to do some motorbike riding here. Get to see some of the countryside, this area. This is my room here, room 509. And not a bad setup here. King size bed. All the amenities you would expect to have in a decent room. Nice little sitting area over there. Coffee pot, what have you there. And a fridge with a few refreshments for adults and young folks. Little stuff there going on, but just a look of the nearby surrounding area outside. Got a fairly decent hotel across the way, but if you look down, you see some areas that are a little bit underdeveloped, but that's okay, you know, that's life. At the end of the day, everybody's got to have a place, right? Yeah, but this is Udon Thani. About to hit the road in a minute. Greenie's in the room next to me. He's got the next room over. So we'll see what life has to offer. It's an overcast day, a little bit cool out, maybe about 28 degrees or so, or 29. It's a little bit cooler than it is down in Pattaya area. Yeah, this is it. This is the room. Interesting how they have a window for the shower in there to the bedroom, but I guess that's the way they do it, add interest. Other than that, this is the room. It's like they're prepping for the Oktoberfest. This is the last day of it, even though it's November 5th, I believe. But they're extending it to October 5th. Or should I say November 5th. So this is the Udon Thani Oktoberfest. It's going to be filled with all kinds of good stuff. Got the Chong beer set up over there for plenty of libations. And all the vendors are getting set up for this big event. We're getting ready to enter into the Central Plaza here in Udon Thani. Go in and see what's happening. While in Central Mall in Udon Thani, I ran into a brother from Philly. He told me about this place, the Boom Bin. And he said it's a pretty good place to eat. Check it up for their reviews, and it's like a 4.7 star place. Nice little place outside. You have to kind of walk through the alleyway to get to it. It's out of the way, for sure. We kind of like coming through some neighborhoods that I'm not sure about, but we were coming through there and come across this place here, found it on with the GPS. So this is the place. Boom Bin Treehouse. And this comes highly recommended. As you can see the reviews on the wall, it is got quite the recommendations in following. It's the place. It's nice and quaint inside. Kind of nice inside with nice amenities indoors. Kind of country-type setting. Staff here is very friendly. And you go out here into the treehouse type area. There's a setting. All types of natural gardens and trees and vegetation growing everywhere. They've got upstairs before you hear this place. You go up. It's like literally like a tree house. A lot of water features here. Even a koi pond here. This is the spot. A lot of nice stuff here. A lot of nice places to eat, a lot of nice tables and pathways to different tables. Pretty cool. You get a fan on you to keep the bugs and mosquitoes away. Boom Bin Treehouse. Nice spot to eat. Once you're inside the Boom Bin, you get the order sheet. You can order your meal from this sheet here. You get 3 for 399 baht of any of these dishes. You also get this signature menu you can choose from with a lot of drinks, different dishes on there. A 3 for 399. Different handwritten things for the menu. And then you get all for breakfast with pancakes. All types of breakfasts here. And breads. Fresh juices. Spaghetti. They have quite a different selection of spaghetti there. 5 different, well, even more than 5 different types of spaghetti. Eggs and more Thai traditional foods too. Salads. So I'm always up for a salad. Just don't see enough of that. Summer salad, that looks really good. I might go for that. There's a spaghetti menu here. And this is the pizza. Here are different types of pizza in this place. Not a bad selection. Well, just arrived here at the border between Thailand and Laos. This is one heck of a walkway here, which is really nice. I mean, actually, you think about it. It's got a bike path and a walkway here together. And you pan around and you can see Laos on the other side of this river. The river is fairly silty, but you can see Laos on the other side. As I said earlier, I don't really care to go to Laos today, only because I don't really, I only have a few more weeks before I have to go back to the States. This is something else. I mean, it kind of reminds me in a way of the divide between the United States and Canada, the Detroit River. Only the Detroit River is so much clearer, and the current is maybe stronger also. The Detroit River to US to Canada may be a little wider also. I'm going to try this restaurant here for lunch. Okay, inside the restaurant, you see got a great view of the river separating the 2 countries. And then we have the menu here. There's a little bit of glare there, but there's the menu, quite extensive menu. And we've gotten some reference from another friend of ours that this is a good place to stop and eat. Oh, that looks good. Those fried spring rolls. Looks very good. Right over here, this fried spring rolls look very good. Look at that. It's gonna be a tough decision today. Oh, I like the deep fried sour pork ribs. That looks really good. And also the spare rib roast here. We'll be indulging in probably some tea. Tea drink has arrived. It's lemon honey tea. And the spring rolls are here. They give us these couple of different types of sauce for the spring rolls. The presentation is really nice with a lot of green veggies in the middle of the table for our consumption. The main other 3 courses will be coming shortly. So here I am going to try try the spring roll out. See what it's like. Many different flavors in your mouth. Really delicious. I like that. Sauces. This one is a little more sour. This one's a little more sweet. They provide balance to the spring rolls.
Question.
Oh, and look, our other food has arrived. Fried ribs, and also the shrimp dish that we fried pork. It's not bad. It's got a good taste to it. It'll be sour, but not strong sour. It's a different type of cooking on these ribs. They are good. And now I'm going to try this minced shrimp that's wrapped in sugar cane. I've never seen anything like this before, but we were told that you're to eat the entire thing. So we will see. It looks a little scary to eat the whole thing, but I'm going to try it. That's hard. That's really hard, tough exterior. I'm just going to try to eat just the minced shrimp that's wrapped around it. Let's see what that's like. That's probably the best bet. Sugar cane is not what you want to eat. That stuff is so tough, you might lose a tooth with that.
Really?
Yeah. But the shrimp that's wrapped around it, I think they probably put the sugar cane on there to add a little flavor and also to give it a format to cook on. So our pork just arrived. That's been cooked. And that looks very good and lean. Looks like someone spent some time cooking that. They didn't rush through that. It's tasty. I can't wait to get into it. I'll show you in a minute. So there you have it. Another meal enjoyed. Everything was good. I think the roasted pork was the best probably, along with the crispy fried egg roll. Those were the best. The shrimp on the sugar cane was so-so, but got through it, managed to get through that. Let's see, the ribs, there were sour ribs that were chopped into little tiny 1-inch pieces. They were good too, but just not enough meat on there to satisfy most people. But when you get all these 4 items together, it'll fill you up for sure. It'll hold you for a few hours. So we'll be getting back on the bike shortly and do a little more sightseeing while we're up here. Walk along the boardwalk here. Actually, it's more like a walking path down the river here, adjacent to the river here. And we're coming upon a bunch of different things to see. Sculptures and features here. Even some people who live where they can see across the river into another country. This might be prime real estate, but a number of places we've seen that people actually live here. And the motorbikes along the walking path. You see these beautiful statues, very ornate stuff that's going on around here. This is a little more excitement than I expected. A little more than Udon Thani for sure. So they show here the Mekong River sign that separates a number of countries from Thailand. Mekong River. Here's another store/restaurant. They've got a number of things here inside this place. And that sign there, Mekong River. All these different shops and some places where people actually reside. And it's quite a silty river. It's kind of like the River Thames in England. Very silty. And you see, this area has a strong Vietnamese influence. This restaurant here is really got 2 stories to it. It's quite the restaurant for dining. You can eat upstairs or on the main floor. This is their sign showing part of their menu. Upstairs you can see they have people dining up there. Very strong Vietnamese influence in this area. So many Vietnamese restaurants like the one we just ate at. This little feature here, statue type feature. You have a bunch of them lining this road, this walking path. So there's no shortage of things to look at. And people who actually reside over here. And they run a partial business outside of that. They got their laundry hanging out, which in the Far East, that's something a lot of people do. They dry their laundry without dryers because they consume so much electricity, and they just hang dry their clothes after they wash them. Sometimes they even hand wash their clothes because washing machines aren't as common as they are in the States. Dryers certainly are rare. Got a bunch of motorbikes, including this old tuk-tuk. That's a really old looking tuk-tuk. It's been through some wars out here. Not literally, but figuratively. There's another restaurant with upstairs to it. Many Vietnamese restaurants. Here's another tuk-tuk. This one here looks a little more modern. Looks a little less weathered. And look at that there. Quite the spectacle there. We're now approaching a new area for us. It's the temple grounds area. They've got some older buildings here. They're residential, appears. They've a little bit weather beaten, but they're still standing as they do most of their construction with concrete and block. So they last the test of time. But up ahead we have the Buddha on top of these temples. A bunch of nice little temples we can go check out and see the ornate work that's been done there, along with get a feel for the vibe in the area. On the way, look at this. We got like a floating restaurant here along the way. That's interesting. A lot of dining. I'm sure it gets busy in the late afternoon, evening hours. But it's like a floating dock type restaurant. And it's large. I'm sure it can hold a couple hundred people. It's a lot of unusual things here, and this is one of them. Okay, so now we can see the Buddha as we approach this temple from the front here. You can see it faces Laos. That's a huge building. As you get closer to it, you see it needs a little touch-up paint here and there, but that is a rather large Buddha up top. These other buildings are also in need of a little touch-up paint, but I'm sure they'll eventually get around to it. You can even see a monk walking down front here in front of the temples. And look at this structure here. Like a giant serpent, green and gold. You can see the Buddha up top. The gold is peeled off of the Buddha, but still standing strong. Like this tower here. From the ground level, you can see some of the entrances, the worship areas inside the temple there. Here's a little construction from this guy beating on his pickaxe. And the monks there. A lot of temple areas here. People doing photo ops over here. Maybe Vietnamese people. A temple across the street here that's a little bit further set back. It's pretty nice. People may be going there to do some worship, or either just a tour that they're on. It looks like they're on a tour bus. And here we are in front of these serpents. Large structures. These serpents. I'm sure there's probably something to that, them being here. Representative coming into Thailand. Place I didn't expect to find here. This is really nice and look like it's been updated significantly. Really nice place, been updated. It's got the number of tuk-tuks out front and bikes out front. It's providing transportation for customers, and this building next door looks like it should be primed for an upgrade. The one next door, because it's looking bad compared to this one I just showed. This one here is so much nicer. Huge stupa here, like a temple slash other type of building. It has some religious connotations to it. It's trimmed in gold. Looks like they're doing a little bit of refurbishing too, painting it, the exterior. It's nice. And as I walk around here, you see more Buddhist type settings here. This elaborate staircase with the dragons at the bottom of it. Quite the structure there. Sala Kaew statue built in the late 70s, and there it stands. Not as impressive up close, but something worth seeing. Sala Kaew. Took a little ride up here to check it out, since it was close by, only about a 5-minute ride from the boardwalk where we're at. We're gonna take a look and see. Hopefully there's no admission charge. See, there is a charge, 40 baht per foreigner. Dual pricing, we'll see. This is the entry point. Yeah, look at that statue, the elephants with the dogs around it. It's different. It's here. It's right here. Wow. And these statues look like they've aged a lot more than 50 or 60, 50 years. Look like they're a lot older than 50 years. Quite a few statues in the area. People around doing photo ops everywhere. These look quite a bit older than 50 years. Wow, look at this one here. Right here. And the one next to it. These are impressive sights for sure. And look at that one there. A lot of things to see here. People doing photo ops, and look at this here. That's quite a backdrop for a photo op there. Quite a backdrop. Look at the serpent with several heads on it. You can see several heads on that serpent. Let's check out that serpent. The one with several heads. There's one other one looks like it's swallowing a ball. These are a lot older than 55 years. Or 45 years for that matter. It's a lot older than that. And look at that structure over there. And this body of water down here. Move the head here. Walk up and people are feeding these fish. These some rather huge fish. Oh my goodness. I mean, these fish are in excess of 2 feet long. Some of them almost 4 feet long. Some big fish right here. Just throw bread in there. You get a loaf of bread. You can throw bread in there and feed them. And I mean, there's a lot of them. Clearly there's no fishing allowed in here. There's a lot of joy from feeding. There's a lot to it. They're really getting their eat on too, let me tell you. A lot of fish. The average one is about 1 meter long, about a little over 3 feet long. This is probably why they get to be so big, and they're trained. They know to eat the food. Once that water hits, that bread hits the water, they go for it. Big ones push the little ones out of the way and get the lion's share of the food. Look at that. Beautiful. Some of them are 4 feet long. The big ones. They're at least 4 feet long, the bigger ones. We ran into some very friendly people on the bridge there. They live in this area. They're blessed with great weather and great living conditions in terms of less stress, a more laid-back life. But I guess if you do it every day, you may not appreciate as much of the carefree lifestyle as we do, since we were in stressful jobs for many years. This is very peaceful and nice, and the weather is really nice. It's not as hot as further south when you get towards the Chonburi area. It's a lot warmer there. This is nice up this way.